Radio.com.
With the new year coming in quick, let's take a minute to talk about New Year's resolution.
Perfect. What are some of yours, Nate?
Well, for me, the biggest thing is going to be losing weight and taking better care of myself. One of the biggest challenges, and that is to quit smoking. If you're looking to quit smoking, we've discovered a new product called Nin pouches, which are exactly 100% tobacco-free.
100% tobacco-free, huh? How does that work? And how do those help you quit smoking?
Unlike other nicotine pouches, which are made from generic tobacco-derived nicotine, Nin pouches are made of 100% tobacco-free nicotine. Also, they're smoke-free, non-combustible, discreet, and simple. In other words, they help you provide the nicotine buzz you crave without any smoke or harmful tobacco components.
Ah, I get it. So let's say you're at the gym with the kids or out in public and can't smoke a cigarette. That's where Nin pouches come in, huh?
Exactly, Mike. Plus, they taste great and are available in 2 nicotine strengths, 3 milligrams and 6 milligrams, in 5 unique flavors: cinnamon, citrus, chill, cool mint, spearmint, and wintergreen.
That's awesome. That sounds like they provide a great solution for those looking to quit smoking. I actually have a few buddies I could recommend these to. What's the website?
I've actually got the website pulled up right here. Pretty snazzy looking site, if I say so myself. It is www.ninpouches.com. That's www.ninpouches.com. You can shop the whole selection of Nin pouches here and enjoy fast, free shipping on all orders above $40.
Perfect. That sounds awesome. I'd even try to get some of those myself.
Hey, you do you, Mike. Be sure to use our exclusive coupon code when you do that, though, at TechTime20 to save 20% off your entire order of Nin pouches. Again, that's TechTime20 to save 20% off your entire order. Just visit www.ninpouches.com. That's N-I-I-N pouches.com to shop all of your selection. And tell them Nathan sent you.
Perky's, the best backless bras and undies in the game. Rosie, the 25-year-old female founder, had enough subpar experiences with sticky bras and decided to create a better one. For those who don't know what those are, they're backless, strapless bras that stick directly to a woman's breast to give shape and support without the strap showing. Current sticky bras lose their stick after a few wears, get dirty easily, and all too often fall off when you least expect it. This is why Rosie created the only sticky bra on the market with replacement adhesives. Clean, confident, and comfortable. Perky's is the future of sticky bras. Since the launch, Perky's has added reusable covers, 3 shades of nude, and Perky's panties, seamless underwear, the softest underwear in the game, to its line. Whether it's a wedding, cocktail party, a date night, you name it, your top will typically require a non-traditional bra, and this is why Perky's has you covered. Check out these Perky's products on Perky's.com. That's Perkies.com. Perky's.com.
Coming to you from the shores of the Pacific Northwest, keeping you up to date on technology while enjoying a little whiskey on the side, with leading-edge topics, along with special guests, to navigate technology in a segmented, stylized radio program. The information that will make you go, Pull up a seat, raise a glass with our hosts as we spend the next hour talking about technology for the common person. Welcome to TechTime Radio with Nathan Mum.
Ho, 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 ho. You have been visited by COVID Claus.
Oh, no. COVID Claus is coming to town.
All righty. Oh, ho, ho, everybody. We're so glad that you are a part of TechTime Radio with Nathan Mum. The show that makes you go,
Yeah, this is what I come back to.
Technology news of the week. The show for the everyday common person with insightful segments on subjects weeks ahead of the mainstream media. I'm Nathan Mum. Welcome to our show as we live stream in studios Saturdays from 4 to 6 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and our home radio station, KKNW, 1150 a.m. Some news to be coming about that in our, not next episode, but the episode after that. Okay, as we continue on, if you're listening to our show on Saturday afternoons, you're listening to the live broadcast. But if you're listening to it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
I can't even look at you.
Saturday, not 4 to 6. Well, that's nice. Or Sunday, then you're listening to a rebroadcast. Tech Time is a weekly 2-hour technology show that's all about current technology in a simple format without having to geek out. Where do you go to get all of your technology information? You visit techtimeradio.com and you can watch the live stream, sign up for our newsletter, and watch our archives, purchase merchandise, take a look at our NFTs, and even ask technology questions that we'll talk about on the show. Now it's time to engage us on twitch.tv/TechTime Show and interact with our stream or send a tweet to us at #TechTime. Or you can always call us at 425-373-5527 or 188-298-KKNW. That's 188-298-5569 and be part of the show. All right, before we start the show, COVID Claus.
Oh, no.
He went on out, and COVID Claus has special gifts for all of the people in the studio itself. Now we have Mr. Gourdet back. Welcome back from your honeymoon. I'm glad to have you back after 2 weeks of being gone.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, now I can officially say congratulations.
There you go.
Thank
That's
you.
right. Congratulations. We have Mike in here. We have Mark Gregoire, who is one of our hosts. He's going to be joining us a couple segments today also. So we are packed in the studio. We have another engineer in here also, which we'll probably talk about again in January or probably December 30th about what's going on. But right now, COVID Claus has been going to town.
There, buddy?
Well, COVID Claus is kind of like the anti-Santa Claus. So Santa Claus always gives you good things. So COVID Claus went on out, and essentially he got everybody in the studio a little token of Canadian Mist. Here you go. You got your Canadian
that's
Mist.
Disgusting.
Mr. Gregoire, you get a Canadian Mist. Mr. Brown behind there, Mr. Miller. Everybody receives a Canadian Mist. COVID Claus heard that this is the best whiskey that has ever been served on TechTime Radio's show over the last year.
Are you like some sort of bizarro super guy?
So I'm a bizarro Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
All right, so make sure those all get passed out. That, of course, came in our Barbie stocking because COVID Claus is...
Yeah, I think I should have stayed in Arizona for a little while
That looks like
longer.
a stocking that my daughter used to have.
Oh, it may have been.
Yeah.
It's been laying around. When you have to go for an ugly stocking, you just got to go back in the closet. All right, welcome to our show. We are a little loopy already, aren't we?
You are.
See, I got my Santa outfit. You got a nice look at that. You got Mickey Mouse. You're looking fantastic. I like that.
Yeah, this one's better than the Target one.
It was better than the Target one. The Target one's over there too. So
I know.
I know. We brought it today. All right, David. We now need to officially start the show. Let's get it ready to go.
Now on today's show.
Today on Tech Time with Nathan Mum, the U.S. cancels classes over unconfirmed TikTok threats. We're going to be talking about that. Verizon tries to defend collecting browsing data on its network. Modern technology helps detectives identify a cold case body from 1988. And, of course, we have our pick of the day, whiskey tastings. Mike's mesmerizing moment, brought to us by Story Coffee, is back instead of Nathan Nuggets and all the other stuff that we had. And on the second hour, we have our letters, the holiday edition, looking at spam attempts specifically related to some holiday items. So we got some holiday spams.
Barbie took a dive.
Oh, did you throw Barbie off the
No,
cliff?
she just went off on her own. I guess she couldn't handle it.
Okay, all right. We also have our stories you didn't know, and we have a Protect Yourself Today segment that is geared to protect you during the holidays and the new year to keep you safe from clicking on those bad links. All right. Welcome to Tech Time Radio with Nathan Mum, the show that makes you go, technology news of the week for December 18th through the 24th. Now, people are asking us, what are we going to do for Christmas? And we got a special show on Christmas. It's the best of 2021. So when you tune in to listen to us on Christmas, because I know people...
you should put on that one where we're in the bookstore.
In the bookstore? Well, see, that was the previous year. Yeah, see, it's only 2021.
That was the funniest one.
That was very funny. And we were going to have clips. There's some funny clips. So it'll be a bunch of clips throughout the show that you listen to, and then we'll be joining everybody back here on the beginning of the new year because we got lots of great things to be talking about. All right, our loaded question of the day, Mike Gourdet, it's always brought to us by Elderberry Boost. Get your Elderberry Boost today at elderberry-boost.com. And the question to you is, aside from money, what is a great way to reward someone? Giving them Canadian Mist.
Get it? Yeah. That's the best way to reward somebody. You'll never get it.
You'll never drink alcohol again. All right, questions to you.
From a psychological standpoint, a lot of public praise is one of the best ways of rewarding somebody.
Okay. So if you do really well, then you just...
I say that in a general broad spectrum because there are people who tend to be introverted who don't like public praise,
Okay.
like me.
Okay.
I don't like being publicly praised.
Yeah, that's true.
So give me money.
We give you money instead.
Yes, they're right.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. There you go. You always get a question there that will make you go, All right. That is our loaded question of the day. Well, Mike, we have our whiskey tasting during our commercials. We have selected some whiskey that will either get a thumbs up, a thumbs down, and we will choose that today. We're not going to talk about it until we come on back, but we have a premier alcohol here from Mr. Gregoire, who's in studio. He brought some alcohol for us to taste and see if we like it.
Am I going to like this one?
Well, he's been pretty good. I don't know.
He's predicted all the ones that I like.
I know, so we'll see if you do. You know what? If not,
you're not allowed to shrug your shoulders. You know that, right?
I can get some more if nothing else. All right, now let's get our episode started with our first. Yeah, you got some Canadian Mist. Don't take that Canadian Mist all at one time though. You need to sip it. It's a long tasting whiskey. There we go. All right, let's get our episode started.
Eat something really bad
with our top stories in the first 5 minutes.
What's happening in the world of technology? This is our top stories in the first 5 minutes.
Story number 1. Verizon tries to defend collecting browsing data on its network. Verizon has sent an email to customers to let them know that they are getting opted into its customer experience data collection scheme after reports came out about it being turned on by default for some users. If you understand this, essentially the email came with a bunch of information. It was literally like 18 pages long, so no one really reads that information in today's world. Yeah, 18 pages about what they were going to do. Most of the people just kind of deleted that email, but essentially what Verizon's choice was to automatically turn everybody on so that all their privacy and everything that they do would be monitored to create user profiles for each person that uses their network.
That's awesome.
So instead of having it by default off, which is what they had previously.
That's the private way to do it.
Yeah.
So in order to be more responsible with their privacy stuff, they turned it all on so they could collect all the privacy stuff. Is that what you just said?
That's it. Yeah, the Verizon Up Rewards program was their default program that has been replaced with this new customer experience program. By default, the Verizon Up Reward program asked you to opt into it to share your data if you wanted to or not, with a checkbox at the very bottom of that. That was completely removed, and the customer experience just said, hey, congratulations, and opted you in for their data. Now, Verizon is letting its customers know that in the next 30 days, you can go on in and turn off your customer experience by default. Otherwise, you'll have to contact them directly to remove your data.
Really?
So they're just saying, you know what? So forget it. I'm just going to collect all the data on you.
What is my punishment if I turn it off?
You probably don't get the Verizon Up Rewards program. So you don't get you don't get the special items. Yeah.
Yeah. See how this works?
That's
I'm going to give you special stuff. I'm going to praise you publicly for that.
Okay. Yeah.
And you're going to give me your data.
You're going to give me your data. Yeah, that's good. Good old Verizon for you. That's why I'm on T-Mobile. Thank you, T-Mobile.
I'm wondering maybe I should switch.
That's right. All right. Story number 2. Schools across the U.S. cancel classes over unconfirmed TikTok threats. You know what? We're going to go right now here and listen to a large broadcast audio that we got from one of our correspondents.
Family routines are being completely upended this morning because of school threats posted on TikTok. Districts in several states shutting down. Others are posting more police outside of their campuses. However, we're being told that all of these threats are not considered credible.
Yeah, TikTok issued this statement, which reads in part, "We handle even rumored threats with the utmost seriousness, which is why we are working with law enforcement to look into warnings about potential violence."
All right, well, that is certainly good news. Some comfort to parents. Thank you, Nick.
All right, so here's what we had. Threats that weren't necessarily credible have caused a huge uproar within communities.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so a lot of classes shut down on December 17th due to the reports to threats. Essentially, kids are watching TikTok videos and the promotion of TikTok videos to go and visit schools and districts with guns. Essentially, law enforcement agencies have investigated this threat and determined that it originated in Arizona. Where did you just say you were from?
I'm from Arizona.
You're from Arizona. Were you just at Arizona?
I was just there.
Mr. Gourdet, were you the one that did this?
Yeah.
No. Okay. All right. It's Arizona.
Yeah, that's what I have more important things to do than get on TikTok. I don't even have a TikTok.
You don't have a TikTok
profile.
account. All right.
I hate that thing.
We're not credible, but essentially this has been a huge influx to kids. Now, kids all the way from the ages 6 and 7 years old, all the way up until pre-18, use TikTok as their social media extravagant process. This has had people just within our local community itself in the Marysville area that we know of where a kid in an elementary school showed up with a gun. It was at least a toy gun, but he was doing it because he watched videos on TikTok. And then other individuals across the state had to shut down schools where kids actually brought guns to school because they were trying to imitate and be a part of this challenge that was on TikTok.
Right. So this is a credible threat.
So yeah.
If somebody from another state brought a gun because of that TikTok, it's a credible threat.
It's a credible threat?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is kind of like the Tide Pod thing. I don't know if you remember Tide Pods, but a while back,
everybody was taking Tide Pods and they were like,
eat a Tide Pod.
Yeah.
And it was poisoning people. This is one of the backlashes that we get from social media because children don't have their brains are not fully developed and their judgmental skills aren't fully developed. So these types of things can affect them greatly because of peer pressure and wanting to fit in and things like that. So they see these challenges on there and they're like, oh yeah, that sounds like fun, or they don't put a lot of thought into it and then it blows up.
All right. So let me ask you this. As a parent,
yeah.
Right? So why would I allow my child at the age 7, 8, 9, 10 to watch TikTok videos on their mobile devices?
I don't know that you can actually say why would you let them.
Okay.
Other than how would you monitor them?
Okay.
Right.
So there are apps to do that.
My kids never got smartphones until they were like 15.
Okay.
Of course,
a
few of my kids weren't around when smartphones were around. So
yeah. So okay,
but
and we limited our kids to a certain age.
We limited it to them a certain age. But if you're giving them that responsibility, it becomes really difficult to monitor what they're doing. It's like your computers at home. How easy is it to monitor your kids' stuff if you don't have something installed on that computer that allows you to find out what they're up to?
So I must be the wrong person for this because I have proxy items on my server at home, so I knew anytime my kids were doing something that was but I'm a technical guy. So if you're not a technical person, then what do you do as a parent? Do you just make sure that they don't watch TikTok, or do you tell them not to?
This is a complicated issue because we're trying to teach children to be responsible. We're trying to teach children to use critical thinking. And we're trying to do that from a standpoint where we don't actually know what's going on, or we're often too busy because of our own lives to really keep on top of some of this stuff. So there's all kinds of these difficult issues that revolve around these things.
Okay.
I think if you're a parent and you're allowing your children to have smartphones and access to these types of things, you really need to teach them how to be responsible and teach them what kind of consequences can come out of these things because kids are very impressionable.
So you know what? Something to think about. If you have a phone, and let's say you don't have the technology expertise on this, most phone companies, including like the Mint Mobile with my buddy from Deadpool on there and all these other side areas, if you really want your kid to have a phone and you don't understand the technology and don't have the ability to limit it, you can get plans that are just voice, text, and not have all that smartphone capability built into it. But then what happens to your kid? Does he not want that? I mean, that's kind of that.
Yeah, that's where we get into that whole thing like Nike shoes and,
I remember I had Barkley
fads,
shoes.
Right?
I had Barkley pump-up shoes when I was in school because that was the style. And he had the little pump on the heel, and I made my parents spend so much money on them because I wanted to be cool. Okay,
right.
Well,
so that's what as parents we're not attached to. I mean, when I was in high school, I did high school stuff, right?
Yep.
But as I get older and things, I don't really know what my kids' high school themes are,
Yep.
But again,
so technology isn't always great. That's what I got from this, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've talked about how hard it is for technology. Technology is great for certain things, but it's really bad for social things. A lot of times, we have a lot of different social problems that erupt out of.
I just think you shouldn't have social media until you're 18 now. I mean, that's what I'm starting to come down to because it is so influential, right? It is so.
It's very influential.
I mean, the death rates are up in suicide. There's depression is up. Counseling is up.
Yeah, there's we can talk about cyberbullying all day. We can talk about all kinds of the problems that social media has generated with not just youth, but with people in general.
Yep.
So, is there an answer?
I don't know if there is.
I don't know. I don't think there's an answer.
All right. Well, we got one more story. We got to go quick. David is pointing up to the thing saying we are behind, but that was a good subject.
That's right. Because
talk about.
We got a debate. Maybe Verizon can tell us more once they get all
of our data back from us. All right. Story number 3: Russia fines Facebook owner and Meta platform 13 million rubles. Guess how much that really is?
How much is that?
Only $177,000. But essentially, Russia is fining Facebook and the owners of Meta because they are deeming some of the stuff that they are allowed to post on social media does not take part of their governmental processes and allows them to not have the freedom and the regulations that they need to run their government.
So what really happened is that Facebook refused to censor some items for Russia, and Russia slapped them on the
That's
wrist.
exactly what that is. And story number 4, modern technology helps a detective identify a body in a cold case from 1988. Essentially, this is a CSI episode. If you've ever watched CSI, this is a CSI episode really quickly. It's essentially a 30-year-old body that they had that was a John Doe. They didn't know what happened to it. Essentially, they used technology to actually recreate a fingerprint that they had from this individual on when he was taken care of on an article of clothing. From that fingerprint, they were able to put it into the database that they have a master database of missing people, and they had his original fingerprint because he was in the military type of deal and had everything taken care of, and they found it and solved a 30-year mystery. All right, we had to go quick here because our show is packed with tons of items, and we are going to need to move on to our first commercial break. Now, if you ever need to know what's going on, you can always visit us at techtimeradio.com. Up next, we have our Tech Time Wish List segment. This is the last-minute gift-giving ideas that will still arrive in time for the holidays. Come back as we have Tech Time panel Mike, Mark, and Nathan talking about these holiday technology gifts for the last-minute shoppers. We'll see you right after this. Hi, I'm Nathan Mum, host of Tech Time Radio with Nathan Mum on KKNW. Tech Time Radio's live show is Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m., and you can always check us on the web at techtimeradio.com. Our segmented stylized radio gives you the breaking news before it hits mainstream media. Join myself and Mike Raday as we'll make you laugh.
That's good. Hooked on Phonics worked for you, didn't it?
It did, just a little bit. And learning something new in technology. Join us Saturdays 4 to 6 p.m. and Thursdays from 6 to 7 a.m. The technology show for the everyday common person.
Hi, this is Lisa Downs, host of Reigniting You, the show that takes a positive, forward-looking approach to mid to late career transitions for Gen Xers and Boomers every Wednesday afternoon at 3 o'clock Pacific. Whether you're looking to stay in the traditional workforce, do your own thing, or retire or semi-retire, Reigniting You is your source for career transition advice, inspiration, and insight for what's next in your career and life. Join me Wednesdays at 3 o'clock to get re-energized, recharged, and reignited.
Welcome back to Tech Time Radio. I'm your host, Nathan Mum. You can see they all kind of moved over a little bit as we got lots of items to be talking about as we have.
Well, there's a lot of red in that picture.
There's a lot of red in here. Look at that. I got a nice sweater on. Now let's talk about our whiskey that we tasted during the break. We had our Booker's 2012.04 limited edition. Now this is 124.4 proof. It's $89 in Oregon, and if you try to find it on the secondary market, it's about $200. It is provided, listen to this, by James B. Beam Distilling, and it is their signature 6th generation master distillery Booker Nose. Do
Do you need
influence.
Help? Do you need help there?
Influence of that. Yeah,
I brought a bourbon here that I knew he could pronounce, and he's butchering the description.
That's so.
Well, yeah, that's the way we do the show here.
All right.
Come on now.
He butchers his own name.
Right. So the nickname for
work for you, didn't it?
That's right.
So the nickname for this one is the Noah Stranger's batch. Noah Stranger's was their 6th generation distiller. His son Fred is now the 7th generation distiller and chooses the batch in memory of his father, who was an extrovert. He's a little bit like you, Nathan.
He's a little bit
talks to everybody. He's got some great stories. He'd always want to shake everybody's hands. He went to a motorcycle rally of retired cops and decided to invite 300 of them over for lunch the next day.
That sounds good. That sounds like something really good. Let me just tell you, I don't know if I'm going to give this a thumbs up or a thumbs down now, but that's got a nice bite.
It's got a big bite.
It's got
good
a nice
flavor
bite.
though.
It's got a nice flavor.
Maybe the last bourbon I bring to your show, though. I need a new T-shirt that
Canadian
says I
Mist.
drove down from Portland all the way to TechTime Radio, and I have no glass of my own bourbon, but I have Canadian Mist.
Well, see that should be like a highlight. Nothing's better than a shot of Canadian Mist. You know.
Where's your other glasses? Did you bring your other glasses?
No, I got no glass.
No, I didn't.
Dude.
No, we just got our 2 glasses.
That's a fail.
Oh, no,
That's a big fail.
Okay, let me just tell you, this is my gift that I got as a part of being in your wedding. That
Yes.
it was a great time, and so I have it showing off here as we're drinking this beautiful whiskey. So Mark is just an add-on here. We appreciate Mark a lot, but there's a difference between hosts and co-hosts. And all right, all right. Let's
tell us how you really feel.
I just did, didn't I? Okay, all right. Well, let's continue on.
Yeah,
now we're going to
let's
move into
on.
our next segment. Our next segment specifically is going to be talking about the last-minute Christmas deals. This is normally our number one show that we do regarding last-minute Christmas deals. So we're going to go right into it, David, because we're running a little bit late. Let's start this segment.
Let's look at the top holiday deals for the season with the TechTime wish list.
Is that new?
Well, when you haven't been here for 2 episodes,
No.
It's not that new. But I'm glad that you're back to be here. All right, so we got a bunch of items that we're going to get to. All of these items are available for purchase today. You have until the 20th. Now, the 20th is a big day. That's Monday. For Mr. Mum, that is his birthday. So that is my birthday, and so I'm really excited about that.
Happy birthday to you.
Well, thank you. Okay,
Talk
but
about plug.
that's right. You know what?
So shameless plugs.
All you have to do is send me a little Canadian Mist, and I'll be as happy as
Here,
can
I
be.
can give you 4.
No,
I got 5.
I'll put mine in there.
Okay, so you have until December 20th to make these orders. If you make it after December 20th, you're going to have to give them a gift card. But until December 20th, so that means you have today, you got today is Saturday, you got Sunday, and then you have Monday to make your orders probably by midday.
You sure you got that right?
I did get
Okay.
it right. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, not. Okay, here we go. I'm
Well,
starting
you
up.
didn't do that today.
I did do that. I did it at the very beginning.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You were talking too fast. I couldn't track.
I have a lot of stuff to get through, so we got to talk quick. All right,
Yeah,
I'll go.
okay.
I'm going to start out. I'm going to read one whole page of my information that I have here. You guys are going to all do yours also. So there's a lot to take care of. Get your notepad out right now. I'm going to be talking about headphones and earbuds. The Sony WH-1000 XM4, normally $350. It's 30% off at $248. This is the overhead ear headphones with some of the best noise canceling items that you need right now. This can last up to 30 hours on a single charge and provide a comfortable listening experience with plush ear pads. This is right now available $248 at Amazon. Now, if you want another headphones, you have the AirPod Pros with the MagSafe charging case. Normally, they're $179. They're 29% off. They're available right now at $179 at Amazon, and they're available other places for all the way down to $139. So you just need to look for the Apple's flagship earbuds. Improve the regular AirPods that are better quality sounding, excellent active noise cancellation, and immersion into spatial oddities. Spatial, not oddities. Spatial audio. All right. Amazon is also selling Sony's WF-H1000 MX-M4 that we talked about for $248. So if you go there, you can also get them. You can get them both at Amazon or Sony. Boys Q2 45 headphones are $279 instead of $329 at Amazon and Best Buy. Apple AirPod Max are on sale for $478 instead of the $549 available at Amazon. And the Jabra Elite 3 earbuds are $79 at Amazon and Best Buy.
Let me throw in there at Best Buy is the Samsung Airbud 2s in all different colors.
In all different colors, okay.
119.
Isn't that a movie, Airbud?
Well, sorry, they're not Airbud. They're Bud 2.
Buds too. Okay. Airbud. I think that was. I think that
Airbuds.
was. I think that was
Airbuds 2 is a movie.
A little.
Look, they're nodding too.
Yeah, David must watch dog movies. Okay. All right, you're up now, Mr. Gorday, and Mr. Gregoire. Get ready.
All right. So tablets and e-readers.
Yep.
12.9-inch iPad Pros going for $1,079 at B&H Photo. That's 256 gigs Wi-Fi. Latest iPad Pro also comes with the company's own M1 processor and Thunderbolt at B&H Photo. I don't even know who that is.
B&H Photo used to be kind of like a kid's camera type of deal, so they have some good prices sometimes here and there.
Bought some laptops there before.
Yep.
Okay. All right. If you're into the Kindle e-reader,
yep,
the Paperwhite is selling in Amazon for $139.99, while the Signature Edition is going for $189.99. That's the Kindle Paperwhite. Amazon's new Fire HD 10 tablet is selling for $99.99 instead of $149.99 at Amazon. And then you can get a Samsung Galaxy Tab A7, which starts at $229.99 at Best Buy.
All right.
So if you're into board games...
I like board games. You like board games?
I do.
Okay.
Don't have a lot of time to play them, but you know.
That's because you got married. You got no.
I have more time. I have more time to play board games now that I'm married than I did before I got married.
Okay.
So if you're into Catan,
I like playing Catan. Is it Catan or is it Catan?
You know, tomato.
Okay. I mean, I shouldn't be the one correcting anybody's pronunciation, but
yeah, probably not. You probably should never pronounce anybody's normally pronunciations.
Okay, there you go. All right.
What is it?
I just got you lost.
You did. It's Catan. The Catan box, the Catan board game is $30 right now at Amazon. Animal Crossing Monopoly selling for around $20 instead of $26 at Amazon and Target. The board game Planet is on sale at Amazon for $39.98. Risk is going for $19.38 at Amazon.
I love that game.
That's a fun game.
It is
13-hour.
I used to play
Risk-a-thons.
I used to play that as a kid, and we would save it at the end of the night when I go over to my best friend's house, and then we come back the next day.
Yeah, we had to have multiple day Risk parties.
Yep.
Scrabble selling for $11.51.
I don't think any of us play that.
No.
Yeah.
Triple word score.
Yeah, that's probably not your. That's probably not your gig.
No, it's not.
You would be like Mixelplick.
That's right.
Gloomhaven, $99.99 at Amazon. So your whole family or friend group can hunker down for an entire winter with an epic tabletop RPG. If you're...
Oh, that's it. Yeah, now we go to Mark.
We're going to Mark now?
Yeah, and then we got our next list. So, Mark, you're up next.
All right, laptops and Chromebooks. MacBook Air, the M1, the late 2020 model, is off from $1,000 down to $900. The MacBook Air is Apple's entry-level laptop, which comes outfitted with the company's new M1 chip, and in one of three different colors, silver, space gray, and gold. This particular model comes with 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage at Best Buy.
That means you're going to have to buy an external hard drive because that's not enough hard drive space.
That's very little.
That's very little.
Some other little quick ones. Apple's new MacBook Pro 16 with the M1 Pro chip, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and a 512 gigabyte SSD drive is $2,499.
Wow.
At B&H Photo.
What a steal.
Well, that is a steal, but again, Apple has the corner market, so they can say that item's worth $5,000.
Yeah, that's a steal.
They gave you a great discount. That's right.
Man. Though not a laptop, Costco members, so if you have one of those little cards, you can pick up the Apple's Mac Mini with the M1 processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabyte SSD for $569.99 instead of the standard $669.99.
I was just at Costco today to pick up some.
$100 off. I think that would have been easier to say.
No,
you should have said $100 off.
I know.
No. It was Costco was a zoo there. Let me just tell you that.
I don't go to Costco during the winter months.
Oh, yeah, what a zoo.
If you got a kid in school and you're looking for a Chromebook Duet, the 128 gigabyte Lenovo's is on sale for $219. instead of $299 at Best Buy.
Perfect.
And now we finally get to you techies out there. If you don't want to do this Apple stuff and you want a real computer, the Lenovo Yoga.
Oh, I know where side of the
laptop with 16 gigabytes of RAM and a 512 gigabyte SSD is now $1,250 instead of $1,750 at Best Buy.
All right,
Best Buy is
good
having
deal.
a lot of the deals this year.
Yeah.
You know, Best Buy
better.
Best Buy's original owner came back into the company and he rechanged it again. And Best Buy is really aggressive about their pricing, really aggressive about.
Dude,
What's that?
that is the most distracting thing ever.
Is it? All right. So they've done a very, very good job of taking care of that. Is there any other items that you have on there?
I can do smartwatches and fitness trackers.
Oh, yeah, fitness tracker, something I know a lot about.
Yeah, that's your game.
I'll start with this one. If you have an Apple again, Apple Watch Series 7, 41mm GPS, $349, about $50 off from the regular $400 price. The smaller 41mm Apple Watch Series 7 comes in a range of colors with either GPS or GPS and LTE. And then we also have the another 40mm GPS equipped Apple Watch SE for $229 on Amazon instead of the $280 if you opt for the gold aluminum casing and Starlight Sports Band. Or you can do, now we come to a couple, the Fitbit. Charge 5 is selling for $130 instead of the $180 at Amazon. Or you can try the Bluetooth-equipped configuration of the Samsung's Galaxy Watch 4 is $209.99 instead of the $249.99 at Amazon.
All right, that's great. Now, all of these things are items that you can get still before the end of Christmas time. So these are last-minute deals. Now, we're going to break for a commercial. When we come on back, we each have a set that we're going to be talking about off the commercial break that will continue our 2021 TechTime Radio's technology items for last-minute shoppers. So we'll take a commercial break here. Join us back after this, and we're going to continue our list of information. Hey, Mike.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, have you heard of Unidragon?
Are you serious? Of course I know who Unidragon is. That's the puzzle dude.
The true wooden puzzle company that you can get for all of your holiday shopping.
Get the owl.
If you could have one puzzle underneath the tree for Christmas or the holiday season, what would it be, Mike?
It would be a Unidragon puzzle.
That's right. And which Unidragon puzzle would it be for your household?
The owl.
Only get your true puzzle from Unidragon.com. They're the best, and they're the world's leader in wooden puzzles. Tech Time listeners, use promo code DRAGONTECH. Again, that's DRAGONTECH for a 10% discount code. Now's the time to go to Unidragon.com. Again, that's Unidragon.com. Don't be fooled by other imitation puzzle makers. Only get your true puzzle from Unidragon.com. They're the best, and they're the world's leader in wooden puzzles. They're no longer 3 sizes, Mike. Guess how many there are now?
They're 4 sizes.
That's right. They're 4 sizes. Make sure to visit techtimeradio.com/sponsors and click on the Order Now button to go directly to Unidragon. Our #1 sponsor says thank you.
Probably won't even.
All right. Welcome back to Tech Time Radio. I'm your host, Nathan Mum, and we, during the break, again, was sampling the Booker's 2021 04 limited edition. Wow, this is good.
Yeah,
I don't want to give a thumbs up yet.
My whole face is numb already.
Is it? Oh, it is very good. But
I hope it's good. I'm just drinking Canadian Mist.
Well,
I'm not having the same experience. I'll tell you that.
Well, COVID Claus took care of you. He brought you some Canadian Mist. Nothing's like
took
having
care of that burn. in me.
That's pretty bad clausing.
All right, here we go. We're going to continue our segment from our last segment. We're going through the last minute gifts for your 2021 technology items to put underneath the tree to have for your loved ones. I'm going to go right into here. I got the hodgepodge of list for technology, so it's called the miscellaneous items or random items. I'm going to talk about the Google Pixel 5a.
Keep getting hung up on your beard, dude.
Do
Get rid of it. Yeah.
I'll get rid of it.
No,
next commercial break. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
I know.
Your sheet gets caught in it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
You don't even notice, do you?
I do not. Okay, here we go. The Google Pixel 5a. Normally $449. It's now on sale for $399. The Pixel 5a may not pack a display with the high refresh rates or tons of bells and whistles, but right now you can get a great water-resistant camera, timely software updates, ready to go for the holidays with Google's special offering and guaranteed 2-day shipping anywhere across the world. I wonder if I'm in Nome, Alaska, and I order it, if they guarantee me that 2-day shipping time.
I don't know.
But if you are listening to us,
find out.
Yeah,
well,
if
you got your reindeer out there, right?
That's right. That's where I go to relax. That's where Cove Claus hangs out.
Is that what was in the parking lot downstairs, the reindeer?
Yes. All right. All you got to do is use the promo code 2-Day Holiday. Again, that's 2-Day Holiday. It's a promo code to put in for your Google Pixel 5a. Oh, now let's talk about the GoPro Hero 10 Black. It's selling for $429 instead of $499 at Amazon. Or if you're looking for the Ember Smart Mug 2, we talked about that previously on TechTime Radio. Go back to episode 74 is that we had that. We talked about that specifically. It is now on sale. At that time, it was $149.99 at Best Buy. It's now $129.99 at Best Buy while supplies last. Or if you want a Fujifilm's Instant Mini 8 instant camera, it's available for $64 at select colors and sizes. I don't know if there's a different size of a Mini 9 Insta camera, but they're available at Walmart, or for slightly more, you can get them on Amazon. Not to be outdone by the Razer Kio webcam that we talked about on last week's episode with myself and Corey. It is available at $69 instead of $99. Now it's available at both Amazon and Best Buy. All right, Mike, I think you're up next.
All right. Well, I think mine is probably the best because it's all about gaming.
Oh, we like gaming, don't we?
That's right. So, the standard PC edition of Deathloop is selling for $39.99 at Amazon and Best Buy. The PlayStation 5 edition is also on sale at Amazon for $29.99.
That's about $30 off, isn't it?
That's about $30 off.
Yep.
The 128 gigabyte Oculus Quest 2 is at $299 at Amazon and Best Buy. Microsoft's Xbox Elite Series 2 controller selling for $179.99 at Best Buy. Ring Fit Adventure for the Nintendo Switch is $59 at Amazon and Best Buy. The Nintendo Switch Pro controller is selling at Amazon for $69.99. Both the PlayStation and Xbox versions of It Takes Two are on sale at Best Buy for $19.99. Metroid Dread for the Nintendo Switch is selling for $59.99 at Best Buy.
Okay.
A one-year subscription to PlayStation Plus is on sale at Eniba until December 20th for just $34.75. This deal is for U.S. accounts, and the redemption code is delivered digitally. Nerfs Halo Bulldog SG Dart Blaster, which is not a video game.
No, it's an actual toy. But guess what it does? Once you purchase this, you are
it comes
available
with a redemption code for matching Halo Infinite in-game weapon coding.
So essentially,
when you get a skin.
So that's what you get, the Nerf Halo SG Dart Blaster. And you buy it, and it gives you a code so that when you're in Halo, you can go out there and instead of shooting a pistol at somebody, you can be shooting darts.
You have a weapon skin.
That's right.
And that's available at Amazon for $29.49 instead of $36.99. And if you're into streaming devices, you can get a Roku streaming stick 4K, the 2021 version, for $39. You get that at Amazon. The Amazon Fire TV Stick 4K Max is on sale for $34.99 at Amazon. That's about a $20 sale reduction. Google's Chromecast with Google TV is $39.99 instead of $49.99, and the 32 gigabyte 2021 Apple TV 4K is $169.99 instead of $179.
Because that's how Apple does it.
Yeah,
that's on sale.
They're like
$10 off.
Yeah.
So by the time you pay for tax and
I didn't see any
shipping,
pluses on this. So
there was no pluses. All right.
Amazon Roku Plus.
There you go, Mark. You're going to close us out.
Oh, I got a long one. Smart displays. We have a lot here. So the Echo Show 8 2nd Gen is from $130 down to $95 at Best Buy. The Echo Show 8 is a mid-sized smart display in Amazon's current Echo lineup and can be used to display the weather, news, calendars, grocery lists, and more. You can also use it to control your smart home devices, watch streaming video, or listen to music. It even supports video calling via Zoom and Amazon's Alexa calling service. So you can go, Alexa, order Canadian Mist. All right.
And send it to Nathan.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Thank you, Mike.
Alexa, order Canadian Mist.
Google's 2nd Gen Nest Hub is going for $50 instead of $100 at Best Buy. The Facebook Portal 10-inch smart display is $79 $99 at Best Buy, discounted from its normal price of $179.99, so $100 off.
Ooh.
The battery-powered Facebook Portal Go is on sale for $149.99 at Best Buy, and that's $50 off. We have some smart lighting. I love this. A Philips Hue White and Color Ambience A19 LED starter kit is selling for $129.99 instead of $189.99 at Best Buy. I love putting those things around. Kids love those. Put those in their rooms.
Oh, yeah, my son has a whole bunch of color lights.
Kids love
behind,
that
his,
stuff.
behind his TV when he's video gaming, he's playing Halo and stuff like that. He's got like green colors.
I got a lava lamp.
You got a lava lamp? Oh, I like a lava lamp too. But
I like that too. Smart security cameras and security systems. The Ring Alarm Pro is $299.99 on Amazon and Best Buy, and the latest Nest doorbell is back down to Black Friday pricing at Google and Best Buy, discounted from $179.99 down to $129.99. Use promo code 2DayHoliday, and the 2 is the number 2 day holiday at Google, and this will get you free 2-day shipping.
I think all of the Google products, because you can do that with the Google Pixel. I think anything you buy from Google, if you use 2-day holiday, they guarantee the 2-day shipping.
Yep.
Except for to Nome, Alaska.
Got some smart thermostats. Google's Nest Learning Smart Thermostat is selling for $249.99 at Lowe's, and Amazon Smart Thermostat is selling for $49.99 instead of $59.99 at Amazon and Best Buy. And a tidbit, if you want the Nest Learning, a lot of your electric companies are giving great discounts. You go to them and you can buy it through them too.
Yeah, you can get it like a rebate too. You can either get a rebate or they'll actually get it for you.
So the low one, they're giving for free for mine down in Oregon, or for $50 for the high-end one. So I get one of those on my wall now. And then the smart robot vacuums. Yeti's No Frills K69 robot vacuum is selling for $107.52.
All right.
Instead of $199.99 at Amazon.
I wonder where they came up with 52 cents.
I don't know.
from.
It had to be some percentage or discount, right? Like 30% off or something like that.
Something like that.
All right. Well, that ends our 2021 Tech Time Radio last minute list.
Yeah, I hope you got all that.
Yeah, and if
I didn't.
And if you didn't, you can always listen back and listen back and listen back and reshare it out and reshare it out. But these are all items that you can get as long as you order by December 20th. They will be underneath, ready to wrap for that Christmas tree opening of their kids, and they'll be so excited. And
Are you speaking for the distribution chain blockages that?
Well, you know what? As much as everybody worried about that, there's been very few articles about the actual delay of items. I think that's now just becoming a pre-sale model of saying that we may run out of stuff, so that you can buy early and buy often.
Yep. That's
retail.
Let's enact that.
Buy early, buy often.
Yep.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come on back, we're excited to have Mike Gorday back because we're going to go into Mike's mesmerizing moment. We're going to have a probably a short segment deal that we are going to now move to our second hour. So we were planning to talk about a whole bunch of items in our discovery of NASA items. So listen to the second hour for that because we ran out of time with our list. We'll see you after this commercial break and see you back here at Tech Time Radio. I'm Nathan Mumm, Mike Gorday, Mark Gregoire. See you after this. Hey, Mike.
What?
Have you heard of Elderberry?
Only in reference to a Monty Python movie.
Well, let me tell you, Elderberry Boost. Again, that's elderberry-boost.com.
Elderberry Boost.
Yes, Mike, that's Elderberry Boost.
You can choose organic Elderberry Boost, that 8-ounce size. That's available on sale right now at $11.99. But you're listening here right now on Tech Time Radio, so you need to go to Elderberry. That's ELDERBERRY-boost.com and get some today.
Elderberry Boost.
Elderberry is an all-natural organic immune system booster and antiviral. Elderberry is known to actively fight against viruses, including colds and the flu. It also works as a natural remedy for allergies, cancer, digestion, heart disease, high cholesterol, headache, toothache, weight loss, and reduced inflammation.
It's a natural and healthy diuretic and has many antiviral properties. While it is famous for fighting the flu, it is effective for any illness.
Elderberry Boost was created to provide a quality organic elderberry to their customers. After searching years ago for a perfect elderberry syrup, none could be found, so they essentially created their own homemade recipe.
If you would like to get 15% off your first order of Elderberry Boost, just put in the discount code TechTime at checkout.
Again, that's elderberry-boost.com.
Elderberry Boost.
You go, hey, Mike.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, have you ever heard of Unidragon.com?
Have I ever heard of Unidragon.com?
Yes, Unidragon.com.
Why, yes, I have heard of Unidragon.com. That's the puzzle dude.
The puzzle dude, that's correct. He has tons of puzzles, and of course, he is the best and original wooden puzzles.
You have owls.
Guess what is the #1 best-selling puzzle?
The owl.
Do you think you had anything to do with that?
No, everybody loves owls.
Well, right now, you can get 40% off in stock if you go to unidragon.com/products/enchanting owl. You need to make sure you get yours today. Now, they also have 2 to 6 days for shipping. You can domestically ship within the United States. They have a great customer support. If you ever have any questions regarding your puzzle, except for how to put it together, you can email them at care@unidragon.com. If you want to get 10% off, you can use our code DRAGONTECH. Again, that's Dragon, DRAGON, Tech, TECH, for a 10% off discounts. Now, if you want the original, go to unidragon.com. Beware of fakes. Only get your wooden puzzles at unidragon.com.
Get them all.
This is Mike's Mesmerizing Moment, presented by Story Coffee. Visit storycoffee.com.
All right.
When holiday season comes around, you're always asking me about why people go nuts.
Yes. Why do they just? Everybody has to have the latest, greatest item. What is that about?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of factors that are working here. We have social rules or social constructs, which dictate what is valuable and what's not valuable. Then we have what we talk about keeping up with the Joneses, right?
Yep.
So human beings, they want to be like other human beings. That's how we group together. When we group together, we try to group together with similarities.
Okay.
And so when we have Christmas coming along and we have all these marketing campaigns who are basically telling us what everybody is buying.
Yep.
They're putting pressure on us, and this is peer pressure for us to go and buy this stuff. And then they use things like scarcity thinking, which is what we talked about a little bit earlier with the distribution chain disruptions from China and things like that. That creates scarcity thinking, and that's a survival mechanism that unconsciously goes off in our brain. When we think something is scarce, we value it more, even if it's worthless.
Okay.
So we will go to great lengths to get something that we think is scarce, and then we've talked about this before, how corporations sort of generate that scarcity artificially by we're going to release 50 Xboxes. If they say we're going to release 50 Xbox X's, how much energy does that generate? That generates a lot of energy, right?
Tons.
Like how you were like,
I got it to get mine.
Yeah, you were like up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, right? Trying to hit that button. That's scarcity thinking.
Okay.
In play. And then I don't know if we can call it fear of missing out, but I suppose there's an element of fear of missing out too, because we want to be a part of that. We want to be able to say, well, I got the first Xbox, yeah, right. So there's all these little psychological survival mechanisms that are kicking into place when we go into the holiday season. We're being prepped. If you think about it, we're being prepped as the year goes on. It starts with Halloween.
Okay.
Halloween kind of preps us with this buying candy.
Yeah.
Right? And then we go into Thanksgiving, which is about family. It's all about family, right? Doesn't matter if you hate your family. It's all about family.
Yeah.
So we buy stuff about family. And then Christmas is all about giving.
Yep.
And getting.
Yep.
And peace on earth and all these wonderful things. And so the media drives this sort of pattern of buying behavior. And then
that's why I love 4th of July.
Yeah. And
you know why? Because you just blow up crap, and you can only invite over who you want, and it's the middle of summer.
Is that it?
That's right.
Your whole...
That's why I love 4th of July.
Yeah, you really put a kibosh on everything I just said. That's awesome.
No. But you know what? The fear of missing out is not being at our 4th of July event. That's right.
Did you have one this year? This past year?
We didn't have one. We have not. This coming year that we have coming up is going to be the duel of the last 2 years of pumped up energy to blow up stuff. So
yeah,
be careful, house. It's going to be shaking all over everywhere.
Okay.
All right. Well, we have our pick of the day. This is our Booker's Bourbon. the 2021-04 Neo Strangers batch. Do you give it a thumbs up or thumbs down?
I'm going to give it a thumbs up.
Okay, I'm going to give it a very, very strong thumbs up.
I'm not,
and this bottle may not make it back to Portland. It may end up falling into my car.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. Well, let's talk about what we got up on the second hour. We got a segment that we did not get through that we will be pushing into that second hour. That's what happens when you have 2 hours worth of information. You get it all taken care of. We also have our letters, the holiday segments. We have our spam attacks. We got Protect Yourself Today for the holidays and This Week in Technology. I'm your host, Nathan Mumm. We got Micro Day back here. I'll see you next hour.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us on TechTime Radio. We hope that you had a chance to have that moment today in technology. The fun doesn't stop there. We recommend that you go to techtimeradio.com and join our fan list for the most important aspect of staying connected and winning some really great monthly prizes. We also have a few other ways to stay connected, including subscribing to our podcast on any podcast service, from Apple to Google and everything in between. We're also on YouTube, so check us out on youtube.com/techtimeradio, all one word. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did making it for you. From all of us at TechTime Radio, remember, mum's the word. Have a safe and fantastic week.
The views expressed on this program
backless bras and undies in the game. Rosie, the 25-year-old female founder, had enough subpar experiences with sticky bras and decided to create a better one. For those who don't know what those are, they're backless, strapless bras that stick directly to a woman's breast to give shape and support without the strap showing. Current sticky bras lose their stick after a few wears, get dirty easily, and all too often fall off when you least expect it. This is why Rosie created the only sticky bra on the market with replacement adhesives. Clean, confident, and comfortable. Perky's is the future of sticky bras. Since the launch, Perky's has added reusable covers, 3 shades of nude, and Perky's panties, seamless underwear, the softest underwear in the game, to its line. Whether it's a wedding, cocktail party, a date night, you name it, your top will typically require a non-traditional bra, and this is why Perky's has you covered. Check out these Perky's products on Perky's.com. That's PERKIES.com. Perky's.com.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, Nathan.
Hey, do you have low energy? Noticing your energy is lower than usual when you go to the gym? Get answers from the comfort of your own home with Let's Get Checked.
Ooh, I like that.
Low testosterone levels can cause fatigue, and low energy levels that are linked to depression. Did you know that testosterone levels in men typically fall about 1% every year after the age 30 or 40? And low testosterone levels can cause fatigue and low energy levels that are linked to depression. Thanks to our sponsor, Let's Get Checked, you're covered. Let's Get Checked is an at-home testing company that makes it easy and confidential to check your hormone levels from the comfort of your home without visiting a clinic or healthcare professional. Here's how Let's Get Checked works. You simply go to their site, order your kit, and it arrives at your door in a small, discreet package. From there, you do a small finger prick and send the sample back to their labs with their prepaid shipping label. In 2 to 5 days, you'll get results, and a Let's Get Checked nurse will be available to discuss your results with you if you'd like their feedback. Once your results are available, they'll be reviewed by a physician and released into your online dashboard. If your results are outside the normal ranges, a member of Let's Get Checked nursing team will contact you to discuss your lab report. Let's Get Checked laboratories are CLIA approved, which is the highest ranking levels of accreditation. The company has performed over 2 million at-home tests. They keep your information and results confidential. Even better, our listeners will get 30% off their entire order with our special code. And of course, it is TechTime. Use the code TechTime at checkout when you visit letsgetchecked.com. Again, that's letsgetchecked.com, and enter the code TechTime at checkout to ensure you and your significant others are staying safe. Hey, Mike.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, have you heard of Unidragon?
Are you serious? Of course I know who Unidragon is. That's the puzzle dude.
The true wooden puzzle company that you can get for all of your holiday shopping.
Get the owl.
If you could have one puzzle underneath the tree for Christmas or the holiday season, what would it be, Mike?
It would be a Unidragon puzzle.
That's right. And which Unidragon puzzle would it be for your household?
The owl.
Only get your true puzzle from Unidragon.com. They're the best, and they're the world's leader in wooden puzzles. TechTime listeners, use promo code DRAGONTech. Again, that's DRAGONTech for a 10% discount code. Now's the time to go to Unidragon.com. Again, that's Unidragon.com. Don't be fooled by other imitation puzzle makers. Only get your true puzzle from Unidragon.com. They're the best, and they're the world's leader in wooden puzzles. They're no longer 3 sizes, Mike. Guess how many there are now?
They're 4 sizes.
That's right. They're 4 sizes. Make sure to visit techtimeradio.com/sponsors and click on the Order Now button to go directly to Unidragon. Our #1 sponsor says thank you.
Coming to you from the shores of the Pacific Northwest, keeping you up to date on technology while enjoying a little whiskey on the side, with leading-edge topics along with special guests to navigate technology in a segmented, stylized radio program. The information that will make you go, Pull up a seat, raise a glass with our hosts as we spend the next hour talking about technology for the common person. Welcome to TechTime Radio with Nathan Mum.
We're on the air, buddy. You need
All
to
right.
talk.
I know. Welcome to TechTime Radio with Nathan Mum, the show that makes you go, technology news of the week. I'm Nathan Mum, and thank you for joining our show for the everyday common person with insightful information on subjects weeks ahead of the mainstream media. We are our live show right now, streaming from 4 to 6 p.m. in our studio at KKNW 1150 AM. Again, you can find us by just asking Alexa to play KKNW 1150 AM. Asking Alexa.
there you go.
Asking Alexa to play us. So right now, if you have an Alexa device, all you got to say is, Alexa, tune in to KKNW 1150 AM, and boom, you're going to be listening to us. Now, we are live from 4 to 6 p.m., so if you're watching us on or listening to us, well, you can watch us too because we're live streaming. We're live
That's
streaming
true.
again on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter actually is producing our stream out there also. And Twitch is the only address that is not TechTime Radio. Essentially, our Twitch address is TechTime Show. So if you want to watch us on Twitch, you got to go to TechTime Show. Otherwise, everything else is techtimeradio.com. We're also available to visit our website at www.techtimeradio.com. This is a 2-hour technology show that talks about current technology without having to geek out. We cover top technology news along with highlighted subjects with different perspectives. We have a 3-person panel today. As you can see, we got Mark Gregoire joining us as we're going to be moving into one of our favorite segments right off the bat. But before that, we have to officially get ready to start the show.
Now on today's show.
All right, on today's show, we have a segment that did not carry over from the first hour we're going to be talking about, which are what we found on the web.
Space stuff.
Yep, what we found on the web. We also have our letters, the holiday edition, looking at spam attempts along with Protect Yourself Today segment geared up to protect you for the holidays. We're trying to make sure you're safe and secure during the holidays because right now is the number one time where cyber criminals try to attack you for your shopping habits, for your...
That's because you're busy shopping and
You're not
probably
paying
are
full
not
attention.
paying full attention.
That's correct. Also, we have This Week in Technology segment and a few breaking news stories along the way. Join us and relax as we are on our second hour of the show to keep you safe and secure for the holidays. Now, where do you want to find out all of the information regarding our show? You can go to techtimeradio.com. You can listen and watch archives, purchase merchandise, and look at our NFTs. Now it's time to engage us. Also, if you wanted to be a part of our live stream, go to twitch.tv, TechTime Show, and you can put in there. We are watching the live stream, so if you say something, we will talk about it and put it on a question. Or you can always call us at 425-373-5527 or 188-298-KKNW5569 and be part of the show. You know what? I like this 3-person setup. I'll just tell you that. I'm kind of standing up here, and this is... I feel like I got a lot more power. I'm a little bit higher than everybody. And whoa.
Is that it?
That's going to my head.
Is your little ego boost?
That's right. All right.
I can stand up too, and then you'll get crushed.
Then I'll get crushed. All right. Well,
right.
we're so glad to have you back.
I think Mark is taller than you too.
Mark is taller too. I know that's.
I think we should both stand up, and then we can just crush his little Santa ego.
Let me just tell you, COVID Claus is here to
COVID
protect
ego.
you as much as we can. All right.
Yeah, there we go.
Now, we are going to start off our show, of course, with the loaded question of the day brought to you by Elderberry Boost. Get your Elderberry Boost today at elderberry-boost.com. All right, David, are you ready? All right, here we go. Question, Mike, David, and Marcus still listen to it. So we don't have enough time to do everybody. But here's a quick question. Which one's that? What's it choosing to do? What mistake do you make repeatedly? That wasn't what I said it was going to be, was it?
What gets you out of bed in the morning?
Oh, that's right. What gets you out of bed in the morning? Starting with you.
3 people because extra people to help them out here.
That's right.
Yeah,
Mike Gorday, you're going to start out first. What gets you out of bed in the morning?
My wife gets me out of bed in the morning.
Does she kick you?
Yeah, she
go to work. I got stuff to do.
She's like, hey, the alarm went off.
Get out of here.
Dang it.
Yeah. So you can't sleep in and snooze anymore?
I can't sleep in.
Oh, that's
welcome to the club.
Yeah, welcome to being
It's
married.
awesome.
All right, you excited about that, though?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that's all right. All right, David, it goes to you next.
Probably, yeah, same along things. It's my alarm, and I'm the one that has to get everybody moving in the morning, especially since Jessica, my daughter's home for college for winter break.
Okay, all right.
So, yeah, it's my alarm
David's
pretty much.
The hero.
He's the good guy.
Yeah.
What brings me out every morning?
What gets you up out of bed?
Story Coffee. And you can visit storycoffee.com, one of our sponsors, and you can get yourself a full set of coffee available to start your morning right
Man,
each and
you
every
are in
day.
the shameless plug.
Go to storycoffee.com to find out more about the best coffee to get you out
Mark,
of bed.
what gets you out of bed?
I would bag on him, except Story Coffee is absolutely
Well, yeah,
delicious.
it is like the best coffee.
It's the best coffee ever, but
Yes.
shameless plugging. That doesn't get me out of bed.
That is Nathan.
That is me.
I don't
That's
get
what
out
gets
of bed.
him out of bed.
Yeah, shameless plugging.
Okay, but it's just we had our production meeting on Thursday, and what were you drinking?
I was drinking Story coffee.
I know. It's really good.
It's good.
It is really good.
I drink it all day long. I make a pot, and I drink that pot all day long. And if I have leftovers, I leave it in the pot, and I drink it the next day.
And we're not getting paid to say this. We actually like Story
awesome.
coffee.
If you like coffee,
you
try Story coffee.
If you love Starbucks, you'll hate Story coffee because it actually has a taste and it has everything else.
It's good.
It's not bitter.
It's not bitter. It's very good.
I was hoping to get a bag of that coming up to the show instead of Canadian Mist.
Oh, well, you got yourself Canadian Mist the first hour.
Yeah.
But you know what?
You're talking about Nathan, who needs to be different.
That's you know what?
I like it. Unique. I had other words for it, but David would have to push that button.
You know how to catch a unique rabbit?
All right, here you go.
How?
Unique up on it.
So it's a ching-ching. All right, now let's get our episode started with our informative emails that I received during the week. Now, this is a holiday edition that includes spam phishing emails that are sent out mistruth, disguised as legitimate emails in a segment we like to call Letters.
Letters, we get letters. We get back and back of letters. Oh, letters, we get letters. And the letters all have songs.
All right, our letters segment. I know, Mr. Gourdet, you have some letters to start out with. We'll start out with you. I'm going to only read holiday spam attacks to companies. So that's what I'm going to do. But you have kind of a mixed bag. You and Mark both do. We're going to do this kind of in a three-way type of deal. So we'll start out with you first.
All right. So this is from the Next Bitcoins, CPLV, capital KO at capital A, small MB, capital HV, R7UL.co.uk.
So that really sounds
that sounds legit right off the top.
It sure does, doesn't it?
And that is to you. The subject line is more with red hot undiscovered cryptos, and then it's just a link that says how to go for windfall profits of 50x.
Yeah. So guess what happens when you click on the link?
What happens?
It goes to an infomercial commercial.
Oh,
essentially what you do is you have this guy come on out and talk about how he's made 50x on all this cryptocurrency, and he jumps in immediately, and you need to invest into his whatever it's called, the Next Bitcoin.
The Next Bitcoins program?
Yeah, so you have to log on to his site, deposit money into his site, and then when you do that, that money disappears. It's like a bad cryptocurrency that no longer exists because it's not a legitimate site. And essentially, he takes your money from you, and you receive nothing in return.
You click on it, you get a sales proposal.
You get a whole pitch. It's like 40 minutes. 40-minute video.
If you accept the pitch, you lose money to a cryptocurrency that no longer exists.
Yes, essentially a bank.
How much did you lose?
I lost nothing because I looked at it and I thought I actually watched a 45-minute video though. It was pretty good.
Really?
I mean,
45 minutes?
It was 45 minutes. It was really, you can win this and you can get this.
That is definitely an infomercial.
And then they show this guy in this limousine and he's got a helicopter and everything out. If you only invest
like that little
him.
Asian guy that does the real estate ones.
Yeah.
Remember? He was like in a Lamborghini and stuff.
So okay. All right. Okay. We're going to go next to me. So this is one that was sent to our human resources group. Okay. So it comes from a human resources group at a company. To all employees, due to recent events, we have decided to revise the normal rules for our annual holiday party. To make sure that everyone can stay safe, please review the document below, then print and initial the final sheet to confirm you understand and agree the new rules.
Oh, that's slick.
And then there's a link. It's called Holiday Party Rules. You click on that, and let's have fun while also being smart and safe. Thank you, the Human Resource Department.
Okay, so what happens when you click on that
link? When you click on the link, it essentially gives you a bunch of holiday party rules, and it will load a virus onto your machine at the same time that you're reading the rules itself.
All right, so
very generic.
But that's pretty legit right now.
It sounds legit.
It sounds legit. How do you know not to click on that link?
Okay, so first off, if you had an annual holiday party, you should probably contact the HR representative that you know. Directly. Call them up and talk with them personally and ask them if they're changing the rules.
All right.
When they say no.
Nathan.
Yeah.
How many people would do that?
Well, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to inform people. Everybody should do that. You should not click
on
it.
The problem with these, I mean, this is how they get you, right?
Yeah.
They get you by doing something. That seemed legit.
It did seem legit.
And we as people, we as human beings, we like, as much as we don't want to admit it, we like to conform.
Okay.
And so if we get something that we think is legit from what looks like is our management or our authority, we're more likely to click on that link.
Yeah.
So it's imperative that you take the time, and this is the problem, is our shortcut brain. Because our brains use all these kind of shortcuts to get through daily life.
Okay.
We do it all the time.
All right.
Right? And our shortcut brain is what is looking at this email and going, oh, well, I need to do this because the HR department is doing, even if you don't have an HR department, because I think you said that, right?
Yep.
You don't even have an HR department.
Yeah, not an HR department, just one person.
Right.
Yep.
So this is critical thinking is really about short-circuiting the shortcut brain.
So let me tell you, at a company with 27 employees that I work at, right?
Mhm.
Let me tell you, 2 people clicked on that link.
I was going to say,
I believe that.
I
2
would-
people
I would have
clicked on
had
that.
money down. Somebody clicked on the link because my next one is almost identical to that, but with a different subject line. You can't tell it's fake, just like that one, unless you're on a computer and you hover over that link.
You got to look at
But
the
if
links.
people are on their cell phones, and most do it, like Mike said, you're in a hurry, you're doing it on your cell phone, you cannot see that that's a fake link till you click on it.
That's correct. That's why you need to make sure you understand what your HR department's doing and have things.
And not only that, but because of the technology involved, unless we're technologically oriented, we won't think to hover over that link.
That's why that can capture many people and
I'm guessing that this particular one, you said out of 27 people, two people
clicked on it.
So we're talking somewhere around
16%.
And I'm not a mathematician.
16 to 18%.
16 to 18. Yeah, 16 to 18%.
And how many haven't seen it yet, and we're going to still click on it?
That may still happen during the holiday break.
Right.
Absolutely.
All right, Mark, you're up next.
Now, I have almost the same thing. I think it's from the HR at that same company.
Yep.
This is HR, please respond ASAP company holiday treat survey. Here's your link. And they got a little Grinch saying, dear employees, we want to celebrate the holidays and give you an extra treat. Please click on this link. Don't be a Grinch.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Sincerely HR, so it must be legit.
And your advice would be, hey, call your HR. Nobody's going to call their HR when they see this. They're going to see it's from HR. They're going to see it's from the company.
And nobody wants to be a Grinch.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, that's why they get you.
They're calling us out, right?
They put that Grinch picture there.
Yeah, they're putting a rejection piece. That's the psychology in there. They're putting a rejection piece in there if you don't comply.
Yep.
So your survival mechanism is being activated right then when it says don't be a Grinch, because that's a bad thing. And when you feel like you're going to get rejected, you're automatically going to try and conform to what is being asked.
Well, that's why you cannot click on it. That's why this letter segment's so important. All
This
right.
is
What
how
I want
these
to know,
things-
Nate,
What's that?
Go ahead.
what I want to know is those 2 that you just read, are those really from bad actors out there?
yes.
Or were these something that internally IT did just to see how people were clicking?
So we actually use a company called Know Before. We've talked about it before. So this is a Know Before test, and that's why I printed
So
them
it was
out.
a test.
So it was a test.
Those tests are a little more tough than the bad actors.
Yeah, but
still.
they took these tests, as they do for all the information that Know Before does, to actual legitimate emails that were sent out to other companies that they receive. So they didn't create this. They didn't try to trick somebody. This was actually a legitimate email that was sent to a company at one time or another over the last couple of years, and so then they use it as a test message.
The toughest part was that spoofing of that email, because that's usually the giveaway of all the letters, is looking who it's from and finding
Who's
out
it
that little
from?
mistake.
So it's from HR at, and then the company that it's at. So it looks like it's from HR, but we don't have an HR at.
Yeah, you don't have an HR.
Nope. So we just have one person that it's the person's name. So you would have to look at it and say, well, I don't think we have an HR at. But if you didn't know that, you would click on the
This
link.
is incredibly
Complicated.
complicated,
It is.
and that would come off as a legitimate. I had too much whiskey last hour. This would come off as a legitimate.
Hooked on Phonics works for you too?
That's right.
Hooked on Phonics worked for you, didn't it?
Yeah, you can't use my own words against me, buddy. That's not a thing.
Okay.
So yeah, this would be more that's a very subtly legit type of
Email
email.
test. All right, you're up next.
All right, so welcome to ADT Security.
All right, ADT. Well, that must be secure.
Yeah, office at circleraintree.com.
What? Well, what's the email address?
It's circleraintree.com.
I thought you said it was from ADT.
It's not from ADT. It's from office at circleraintree.com. There's your first clue.
Okay.
Home automation made simple. Home alarm services. You can help secure your loved ones starting today. There it is. Sympathetic response.
Help
secure your loved ones. Confidence begins with your home security system. And this is a very legitimate looking
Do they have
advertisement.
pictures and stuff on that?
Yeah,
one,
it's got pictures of a Ring type camera system, which is the rage.
Yep.
True Peace starts from within. The ADT indoor camera interfaces with the ADT app for a live view inside your house. View your living room or any room on demand at the tap of your finger.
So guess what happens when you click on that
That's a little
link?
scary.
Guess what happens when you click on that link?
What happens?
It asks you for, it wants to send you something to sell. So it asks you for your email address.
So it's an email phishing scam.
Yep. It asks for your last 4 digits of your social security number. I don't know why I would need to do that for an ADT security. It asks you for your current address, and it asks for how many people live at your current residence.
Okay, so this is a verification email.
So this is a verification.
We talk about different types of scams. This is a verification. If you answer this, if you click on this, this means that that's an active email, and they will send you stuff.
That means they will actively send you stuff now.
Sounds like a little more though, because it's got asking for Social Security.
Right. The last 4 digits of your socials.
Yeah.
The last 4 digits of your social is often used nowadays as I wouldn't call it quite a dual authentication system, but it's sort of like a dual
verification.
It's a verification. What's your last? Because I get to ask that all the time when I go to medical appointments and things. Like, what's your last 4 social? Blah 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 blah.
Yep.
Right. But it also is asking you your current residence.
How many people live there?
How many people are living there? So.
So it gets a lot of information that it can add an additional spam email to send to you at a later
time.
Yeah,
and they're getting you with sympathy. These are cons. There's a sympathetic con. This is a sympathetic con.
All right, my next one here, because then we're gonna have to. We'll probably go through one more time as David's pointing to the clock. David, I got you. So this is from.
Stop giving us the finger.
That's right. He's giving us the fingers. He's feeling great to have you back, Mike. He didn't give me any fingers at all. Well, you were gone.
I'm sure that's a lie.
All right, here we go.
Sure you're always the one that gets the finger.
All right, so this is the title: System Update Over the Holiday. Hello, and then it puts the person's name in there. So hello, Nathan. Now, it's really bad to send hello, Nathan, when I'm in charge of the information technology team, but it says, hello, Nathan. The information technology team is going to be rolling out a new system update over the holiday season. It's best for these updates to run while you're not using your computer, so we have scheduled them to run when our company is closed for the holidays. In order for this update to work properly, we need to click the button below to approve the automated update to happen. If for some reason you have an issue with the update running, please let us know. Please approve the update to run before December 20th, 2021, so that we have time to set it up and run it during the holiday. Thank you, and happy holidays from the IT department.
Another legit sounding thing. What happens when you click the link?
Well, when you click the link,
you got your sign in.
It will ask you, it'll say, do you approve of an update? And it says, since we are going to need to access your computer during this update, please put your username and password so we can access that to not have any inconvenient downtime for you.
Yeah, don't
click on the link. But that sounded legit too, didn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, these are very sophisticated, the ones we're doing this week.
Yeah, well, these are all the holiday ones, so they pick up during the holidays. So, all right, Mark, you're next.
I'm the same way as you, Mike. The one I got in front of me, just by looking on the printout, I can't figure out how it's fake.
Oh, yeah?
So
it's from Zoho Assist. So it's a person's name at zohocorp.com. Congrats, you have $50 in your Zoho wallet. And it has this whole page. I don't have time to read the whole thing, but hi, we're winding up the year. We're going to give you some Zoho credits. This is what you can use it for. And they have some bullet points. Please redeem your credits. Log into this website. First log into your Zoho site, and then log into this website, and then we'll give you the credits. Of course, that's a little bit of a tip, but there's no grammar. The formatting's beautiful. It looks like it's from Zoho and themselves, Zoho Corp.
So Zoho Corp is not a legitimate address. Zoho.com is the legitimate address.
But most people have seen it, Zoho Corp.
It looks legit, doesn't it?
It looks legit, totally.
So that's what you would call a clone campaign?
Yep, that's exactly correct. They're using another IP address and another domain name called zohocorp.com. that sounds very corporate, sounds very like the Zoho.com, the official site.
This all works against your psychology. This is all psychologically based stuff.
Yep.
And it always enacts a psychological impulse to click on that link.
It is. All right, we have tons more to talk about, but we have so many segments, we're not going to be able to get through the rest of this. So we are going to head to a commercial break. When we come on back, we have
Do our Krampus gift exchange?
Yeah, so we got tons of Krampus gift exchange. We got a bunch of other stuff. We got our Protect Yourself Today segment. We'll be covering information about security breaches, hacks, and the criminal takeovers of your technology. We also have the top 10 lists of worst password offenders for 2021. We covered most of these. Well, yeah, we covered most of these throughout the year here on TechTime Radio, but who made our top 10 list? You're listening to the show that makes you go, We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, what's going on?
Do you know the average person can sweat 463 pints per year?
Oh, that's gross. But I've totally been there, wiping my sweaty palms on my pants before shaking hands.
I can remember standing in front of a group of people about to do a large presentation and looking down and seeing those sweaty pits. Man, that is the worst.
Did you know that deodorants do nothing for sweat control? It's like putting a scented candle in your pits. And we just don't sweat under the arms.
That's right, we don't. We sweat all over. Yeah, that's what's cool about Carpe. They have not only created a revolutionary underarm antiperspirant, a lotion loaded with sweat control, Carpe also has a full line of sweat care for everywhere.
Founded by two guys who had sweaty palms their whole lives, Carpe was created with dermatologists and people actually diagnosed as excessive sweaters. So you know it works. Whether you want to avoid a sweaty brow, underarm stain, smelly feet, below the belt sweat, Carpe has a solution.
They sure do. And they have a full no question asked money back guarantee for the first 60 days. Not 30 days, but 60 days. Find their full line at mycarpe.com.
That's mycarpe.com, mycarpe.com. And for a limited time, use the code TechTime to save 15% on your first order. From now on, we will only sweat in the gym.
Life can get sweaty, but Carpe keeps you dry. Visit them at mycarpe.com.
All right, welcome back to Tech Time Radio. I'm your host, Nathan Mumm, Mike Corday, and we have David Brown behind the board. Everybody is back in their normal seats. This is nice to be back here. I'll tell you. You know what? I kind of
I'm not going to be here next week either. So
I know. But we have a special segment next week for those that are listening. We are going to have the best of 2021. So we're going to have all clips from different segments of our shows throughout the year, and we're going to have them all condensed into 2 hours.
Are you going to have all clips of you butchering pronunciations?
No, because that would probably be 2 hours just right there. What are you talking about? That's right. The worst person is my wife. She's like, how can you do a radio show if you can't even talk? I mean,
it's the funniest. That's the funniest part is when you try to say somebody's name or something.
Oh, man. Here's what we got going on right now. So Protect Yourself Today. We'll be covering information about security breaches, hacks, criminal takeovers, in our special segment that Mike likes to refer to as the drinking segment.
I think we should ditch that one for the space stuff.
No, well, hang on. We got lots of stuff to talk about. We'll be very quick. I know you want to do the space stuff. We'll get to that from the first hour. All right, let's start this segment now.
Protect Yourself Today.
All right, let's start our Protect Yourself Today looking at the 2021 Tech Times Worst Password Offenders list. That's why we have to go to this. I spent a lot of time.
That sounds like a fun one.
Okay, I spent a lot of time
putting this together. That sounds like something we don't actually need to drink. Or maybe it's a drinking game.
It could be a drinking game on the side. Number 10, dailyquiz.me. Hackers broke into dailyquiz.me database. These all happened during 2021. Hackers broke into dailyquiz.me database of almost 14 million accounts, snagging the plain text passwords, email addresses, and IP addresses for 8.3 million people and placed them for sale on the dark web. Actually, maybe purchased a couple of them. But I did actually.
Did you really?
The stolen data eventually found its way out into the public domain, and it's still available for everybody to take care of from that breach itself. So you can actually go and take people's plain list passwords from anybody that participated in the dailyquiz.me. That's number 10. Number 9, Act Mobile Networks. More than 3 million personal records of VPN users Act Mobile Networks is a VPN-free service. Should you ever have
It's not Viper.
Nope, it's not. It's not Viper. It's not NordVPN. It's a free service. Should you ever have a VPN service that's free? No. 30 million personal records of VPN were leaked online. Many of them revealed email addresses, encrypted passwords. Following the trail of breadcrumbs, they were able to use Act Mobile's networks, and the owners throughout the company denied the charges, are claiming that it did not maintain any databases because their big thing is that they have no databases, but yet all of that information was put on the dark web again for sale. Number 8, COMB, an acronym for compilation of many breaches. This pointed to an online hacking forum that published more than 3 billion different passwords compiled from the past 6 years. Breaches at Netflix, LinkedIn, Bitcoin, and many other companies. In total, the leak revealed the data of almost 70% of all internet users throughout the world and served as a reminder to not reuse your passwords. They actually compromised mine.
They compromised yours?
Yep, they actually got me during the comb breach, and they had my password of I love the Sonics. So
that was your password?
That was the password back in the day. I love the Sonics. Well, the Sonics basketball
This was
team.
Back in the day when we didn't know.
Well,
that
actually, we had an NBA team.
50,000 chain alphanumeric
That's right.
symbolic
Yep.
password.
So if you try to use
remember.
Nathan Mum at any of the logins with I love the Sonics, it has no longer been there. So best of luck to you. But there are many other individuals out there. Some of those are still active today. That's amazing. All right. Vercarda, in an incident, a group of hackers used an admin password leaked online to access more than 5,000 Vercarda cameras. We talked about this at the Tesla factories. Talked about this earlier in the year.
Mm-hmm.
So they had access to all the Tesla factory cameras, warehouses, gyms, hospitals, and jails, so they could go on in and watch what was going on. And no one ever knew that was going on.
Watch
so it was
people
just
making Teslas.
Yeah, making Teslas and doing jail
watch
and booking
people
stuff.
Watch people shivving other people.
That happens all the time, right?
I don't know. That's what TV programs tell us happen all the time.
I believe everything I see on the TV
I bet.
and internet. Okay, here we go. Number 6, Rocky 2021, dubbed as the Dashlane. Dashlane is a password protecting tool. Dubbed as Dashlane's queen of all password leaks, the infamous Rocky 2021 debacle centered on a 100-gigabyte text file of 8.4 billion passwords posted on a user forum. Collected from past data breaches, many of the passwords were likely for accounts no longer active, but still compromise a huge leak of sensitive data. So, number 5. What's that?
Well, I just have a question.
Okay, question.
Continue.
Go. No, go. Question.
All right, so we have all this literature about how to create a password.
Yeah.
That can't be broken into.
Yeah.
And yet, all they have to do is break into the place where the password is placed.
Yep.
So why do I need to do this like 50,000 string of alphanumeric symbolic things that nobody could ever remember if they're going to get it if they break into the thing?
Well, that's a great question. So
that's a great question.
So the company must clearly not know that they have any technology that they're doing.
I'm not going to.
They use them in plain text. Most of the time, they take that in plain text and they don't even encrypt that information.
I might as well just use "I love cats."
Yeah.
As my password.
But you have to put probably a special character, and you have to capitalize that.
Yeah, I capital LOV or LUV cat C. What's that little symbol? The at symbol.
Shift 2.
Yeah, Shift 2 T S.
Okay, you could do that.
That's all I'm going to do.
It doesn't make any difference if your provider does not encrypt your password when they have it on the database. Yeah, that is correct. That's why these companies need to be held accountable for that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, this is your favorite company of all time.
Facebook.
In April 2021, a hacker leaked the phone numbers and other personal data of 533 million Facebook users. The social media giant blamed the incident on a vulnerability that the company fixed in 2019, but the leaked data could still prove useful for cyber criminals looking to scam people. Number 4. That's only number 5.
Yeah, but that was not the only problem with Facebook.
Well, Facebook's has tons.
They've
had
a
breach.
Now they have commercials about how awesome their protection stuff is.
Oh yeah, that's called spamming social media.
That's spin. That's called spin. Spin, baby,
right.
Spin.
Number 4, Ticketmaster. In this breach, employees at Ticketmaster hacked into computer systems of a competitor. Employees at Ticketmaster.
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
We did into computer systems of a competitor to retrieve stolen passwords. Pleading guilty to the crime, the company was forced to pony up $10 million in fines. Number 3, GoDaddy. In November of this year, we just talked about this, hosting company GoDaddy revealed a security breach that hit the accounts of more than 1 million of its WordPress customers. Investigating the incident, the company discovered that the hacker used a compromised password to access a system in the legacy code of their managed WordPress items. Number 2. Here we go, number 2. New York City Law Department. Using just one employee's stolen email account password, a hacker was able to access sensitive records for over 100,000 lawyer agencies. The department houses the department houses such information as evidence of police misconduct, the identities of young children charged with crimes, medical records for plaintiffs, and personal data for city employees.
Nice.
Number 1. Here we go.
I mean, Greg's over there drinking Canadian Mist to that stuff.
Or Mark is, you mean? Mark Gregoire? Yes.
Oh, wait. Who did I say?
You said
What
Greg.
I said
That's
Greg.
okay. That's all right. That's all right. Here we go.
Mark. Sorry, Mark.
Number 1. We talked about it. I said this would be the largest breach that ever happened. SolarWinds in February of 2021.
Yep, we talked
Foreign
about that.
hackers were able to access. Nick Espinosa talked about this. We beat this to the pulp. We're able to access internal emails at government agencies and organizations around the world by exploiting a vulnerability in network monitoring software from SolarWinds. Through this, they were able to blame goes around from the executives of the companies pointing fingers at an intern for creating a password, and a password never resets. The password SolarWinds123 was confirmed as the leaked online password that gave companies access to everything that they needed to take down 50% of all businesses across the world.
How about that?
SolarWinds,
Password 123.
SolarWinds123.
That's the best one ever.
There you go. All right,
That's
that
like your Samsonite case being 1234. Remember
That's
that
right.
movie?
Yeah,
Dumb
I do
and
remember
Dumber?
that. All right, here we go. Next thing we're going to go through very quickly is how to protect yourself as a user. Right now, implementing the following email and device security practices
Don't use computers.
in your household this holiday season is important. Now, number 1, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. Never click on a suspicious email link from a retailer, especially if you've never heard of the website.
Like Soho.
Yeah, like Zoho Corporate, right? Don't click on that. Or the other one that was saying that they're ADT and there was a company.
right.
If it's not from a retailer with their current website address, delete it immediately. Do not click on it. Do not expect any retailer to use a copied or hacked up website address to get you to buy any items, especially any sales prices. Never click on a link from a suspicious message you receive through a social media network like Facebook or Twitter. Take caution. There is no major companies that will be using Facebook and Twitter to send you a special link on social media to save that 50 to 90% off on the item you need.
Yeah, just be Mike. Never respond to any emails. Then nobody has anything that I get in trouble. But
then
for
they,
my
they
boss,
can call
but
you. Then they can just call you. You say, well,
my boss is like, "Are you going to answer that email?" No,
no. I don't know if it's a spam.
I don't know. It looks like spam to me.
I love that. All right. If you visit a site that asks you to install software, sometimes you visit those sites and you say, click here to install the software. Leave the site immediately. Some people don't know what to do with this when it happens, and they start clicking and stuff starts happening. If you do not know what to do when you visit a website that says install software or purchase anything at bargain prices, immediately turn off your computer and restart your computer, because guess what? You can go back and not have to worry about the
It's like a
loading.
gauntlet. You have to run through this gauntlet just to be online anymore. It's crazy.
It is. Shop on websites belonging to reputable retailers. Don't try to save $2 or $3 on some knockoff product on a website you've never heard of. Make sure you spend the time to go to the standard stuff.
Go to New York where you can get Gucci bags that aren't Gucci bags.
Well, see, that's a little bit different, though. There's some fake Gucci bag places out there that have been around
It's the
for
same
like 20
stuff. This
okay.
is all this stuff is the same stuff that people use for physical things. That's the interesting piece to this, is that it's all the same stuff. It's just a different format that we're using.
Make sure your device software is up to date. I have people all the time that say, should I take this update to my operating system? I'll be like, what are you talking about? Of course, you should do that every night. Well, I get all these things, so I just kind of leave it on. I never reboot it. How long you've had it? Well, my Chrome has this little red thing up in the right-hand corner. Okay, it goes green, yellow, and red. So if Chrome is red, then you need to update it. Should I update it? Yes, always update. If it comes through in your system, operating system, and says you need to update, you need to update it.
Now.
Yeah?
Do not update if somebody calls you and says we need to update your computer.
No, it's
because I used to get calls like that all the time
from Microsoft. Supposedly, the guy.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm calling from Microsoft.
Yes, we need to update your computer.
Yeah, you'll have a virus right now.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to. Yeah. The fact that you're calling me on my phone and telling me I need to update my computer makes me really suspicious.
So you should be able to do it for free. All the operating systems do it for free. You don't have to pay any money. Just get it taken care of. Now, you need to have a reliable software for anti-malware software on your devices. And we talked about the best software, in my opinion, on Windows is Windows Defender.
Windows Defender.
Yep. So you should use that on the Mac. You don't have to use anything. Don't load any software protection on your Mac. But if you want an anti-malware software, there's one that's free. It's been free forever. And they will try to upsell you the whole time. Every single time you log on, they'll try to upsell you. But it's available free at malwarebytes.com. Load that up. If you need to have that, a great tool. It's free. You
don't like Avast, though.
I don't like Avast, and I don't like AVG. Don't use those free tools.
Or Norton or McAfee.
Or McAfee, none of those. Use malwarebytes.com. Don't share personal information. Be aware the information that collected during the holiday transactions will be used at a later time. And also make sure that you are paying for payments on a website through a reputable place. PayPal, Venmo, credit card transaction. Use your credit card. If you're making any transactions for big purchases, use your credit card. If your credit card gets hacked, then you can go back to the company itself and actually ask for a refund. So that if you get compromised,
David's gesticulating.
I know. I just saw that. Never send cash through a money wiring service ever. These best practices will allow it to be very simple for you to be successful in everything that you do. Make sure that it's your time to spend with loved ones. Make sure you secure your holiday season, and we want to keep you protected. Now, my wife, I'm so glad that she talked about this today. She is going to be in 2021 some of new improvements of TechTime Radio's website. She is going to put this whole little segment that she's going to have with all of these app updates and technology items. We got in a big conversation today. So she now has her own little spot that she's going to put.
For that.
Well, that's okay. I told her I was going to put it on the show.
Okay.
That's where you got to have.
We need to move on.
All right, we need to go to a commercial break. When we come on back, we have things you didn't know. Go grab a pad and paper and pencil. We're going to explore these after the breaks, and we're going to throw in our other subject into that also for things you didn't know. We'll see you after the commercial break.
Hello, my name is Arthur, and my life's work is connecting people with coffee. Story Coffee is a small batch specialty coffee company that uses technology to connect people to each product resource, which allows farmers to unlock their economic freedom. Try our Medium Roast Founder Series coffee, which is an exotic bourbon variety that is smooth, fresh, and elegant at storycoffee.com. That's STORI coffee.com. Today you can get your first bag free when you subscribe at storycoffee.com with code TechTime. That's STORI coffee.com.
Hi, this is Lisa Downs, host of Reigniting You, a new show here on KKNW that explores a variety of topics and timely issues for making mid to late career transitions. I'll be here every Wednesday afternoon at 3 o'clock bringing you guest interviews, career transition advice, and great stories to guide you to what's next in your career and life. Gain a renewed sense of purpose for your next phase with a positive, forward-looking approach. Get ready to be re-energized, recharged, and reignited Wednesdays at 3 o'clock.
All right, welcome back to Tech Time with Nathan the Mom. We've gone through 90 minutes of technology and just 30 minutes left. Now let's start our next segment by looking at a few of the more interesting stories that we find on Stories You Didn't Know.
30 minutes left, huh?
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, are you bored of TV? Uh-oh.
There's a commercial.
What
happened?
I don't know. David, are you okay back there?
No.
David said no. Whoa. And during the commercial break, David was giving me a hard time being ready to go. All right, here we go. All right,
everybody gives you a hard time, so it doesn't matter.
All right, so our next segment is still going to be, let's just get in here. Stories you didn't know. So get a pad of paper ready and pencil and explore the ideas. This is what we got. Have you ever heard of Zefram Cochrane?
Zefram Cochrane.
Yes. Have you ever heard of him?
Yeah.
All right, humans have figured out how to make a warp bubble. This is essentially Star Trek.
This is a guy from Star Trek.
Yes, it is. But essentially, what he did,
Cochrane.
Yes, and he essentially finds this ability to
He creates the first warp field.
That's correct. And then what happens? The Vulcans then see it
coming down, and then depending on which series you're watching, they either destroy they either kill the Vulcans or they
Yeah, it depends on if you're watching the
yeah.
Discovery version or if you're watching
the Enterprise.
The Enterprise version.
Remember
yes.
Enterprise? Yeah.
Okay, so guess what? Don't pack your bags and move to Bozeman yet. That's where Zachrin was at when he had this. But essentially what they've done is they have actually created
Zachrin.
Zephram Cochran.
Not Zachrin.
All right, did I say Zachrin?
Saccharin.
Saccharin, all right. What is a warp bubble? It's a pretty complicated notion that involves a ton of math, but it's at the most basic level. A warp bubble is a bit of space that is contracted in the front and expanded in the back. So essentially it goes through a long tube. The shape, in theory, pushes the bubble and its contents forwards at speed surpassing the speed of light without ever violating the laws of physics.
Right.
You're technically traveling faster than light because you're surfing a bubble of condensed space. This is essentially what Star Trek uses as their warp core engines and their warp technologies.
It's Star Trek.
Star Trek. What?
Star Trek. You saying track?
Star Trek?
Track.
Star Trek. I said Star Trek.
No, you say Star Trek.
Did I say Star Trek?
Yeah, you always do.
I think I always do.
It's like normally. You say normally instead of normally.
Oh, okay, all right.
Star Trek.
You know, that's just my southern accent from the town of Marysville.
Your
All right.
southern Pacific Northwestern accent?
That's all right. Yes, so Dr. White in 2021 wrote a paper that has now been published in 2021 wrote a paper from 2021 paper that essentially had him working at NASA on the Advanced Propulsion Theme Project. So he was working at NASA. Essentially, this project has the ability to take matter, put it through a vacuum, and create a negative vacuum between the plates where it is exposed to the regular vacuum. So essentially what this does, moves technology in space from one area to another area through a vacuum in time, and it allows it to have its own time and duration.
Yeah, you're trying to say
negative.
that this guy created a warp bubble.
That is exactly what I'm saying.
Just say that.
Okay, so he has created a warp bubble. Dr. White, you're going to hear about him. Essentially, it's amazing. He had this theory. He's actually been able to prove the theory itself. And then it's amazing that as soon as he got that taken care of, guess what? He had huge millions and millions of dollars from DARPA to essentially fund and take care of everything that he does moving forward.
What did you say?
DARPA.
DARPA. Okay.
Yep, DARPA.
Okay.
All right. Next thing we have here. Save money, learn, and play games. Get a year of PlayStation Plus, a lifetime of learning, and a VPN protection for $64. Very simple. If you want to play PlayStation Plus, if you want to have VPN Unlimited, it's probably a 3 out of 5 star VPN. It's actually a VPN that works. And Stack Skills Super Bundle right now for $63.20 with a code. You can go to techrepublic.com, type in the code deal. So very simple. It's normally $1,753 for this bundle. It's available through December 20th for $63.20.
We need to talk about more space stuff.
All right, we got more space stuff. All right,
Yeah,
moving on to
since you were talking about warp bubbles.
We are warp bubbles.
Talk about warp bubbles, and you're talking about PlayStation 5. There's no comparison.
Oh, those are stories you didn't know. All right, here we go. Hidden water discovered in Mars.
Yes.
And the Valles Marine S. I looked it up, so I got that.
No.
It's Valles Marine S.
Valles Marineris.
Marineris. That's actually what I have there too. Dang it. The rich water area is about the
It
size.
means Valley of the Mariner.
Is that what it means?
Yes.
Okay. Well, okay, buddy boy. Now that you know the story, you can continue on with this one then. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, the water-rich area is about the size of the Netherlands.
That's correct.
Mars orbiter launched in 2016 and has spotted water in Mars' canyon system called Valles Marineris. The canyon system is the largest in the solar system, about 10 times longer and 5 times deeper than Earth's Grand Canyon. Water was spotted using the Trace Gas Orbiter, fine-resolution epithermal neutron detector instrument, which helps map hydrogen on the surface of the red planet. It allows them to look 1 meter below the dusty layer and see what's really going on below Mars' surface, and crucially locate water-rich oases that couldn't be detected with previous instruments.
Okay. All right. Story number 2. NASA spacecraft touches the sun for the first time in a monumental moment for solar science.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool story.
Okay,
too.
so tell me a little bit about this.
NASA's Parker Solar Probe has flown through the sun's upper atmosphere, which is the corona, and sampled particles and the magnetic fields there. So the corona is the outermost part of the sun.
Okay.
And one of the interesting pieces of that is that it's one of the hottest parts of the sun too, which you would think would not work because you would think that the hottest piece of the sun would be in the center, but it's actually not that way. And they don't know how that works.
Okay.
So NASA spacecraft has officially penetrated the corona, which is that outer atmosphere, and physically touched the sun for the first time.
Do you know what the temperatures were?
It's like 2 million degrees Fahrenheit.
That's correct. And the radiation was 500 times stronger than anything on Earth.
Yeah. So this thing flew through it. It's got like this cup on it that scoops up particles, and then they can analyze the particles. It's flown through the sun's upper atmosphere. I think it lasted a few days, actually.
And it's still, it's planning to go even deeper into the corona until its grand finale orbit in 2025. They're going to take it all the way into the center of the sun, and essentially it's a mission to not return, and they're going to see how hot it gets at the last temperature and where they're located at.
Yep. So just to talk a little bit more about that, the corona is how the sun generates the solar winds and all those cool flares and stuff. Okay, I just got the finger.
Yeah, that's correct. All right. We'll continue on here. What we got next is we are going to go immediately into our This Week in Technology.
And now, let's look back at This Week in Technology.
All right.
Oh, I hate that.
Why do you hate that?
That hurts my ears.
That doesn't hurt your ears. All right.
That's
supposed to be somebody playing a violin and
that's my 3-year-old son playing the violin.
Okay, well, here's what we got this week in technology. Very interesting. Have you ever heard December 15th, 1995?
I have heard of that date.
Okay. Developers by research at Digital Equipment Research Laboratory. Essentially, the company was called Alta Vista. The search engine was launched.
Really?
It was the first...
The Alta Vista search engine.
The Alta Vista search engine was the very first World Wide Web search service to gain significant popularity and to be able to work with network of other machines on the internet to provide a central location to find information. Before Alta Vista, there was no search engine.
So which came first?
What's that?
Well, Alta Vista and then Ask Jeeves or Netscape?
I remember Ask Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves was a very interesting deal. That was great commercials, though. One of the most popular search engines in the early web development, Google did not overtake Alta Vista until 2001. Alta Vista was essentially purchased by Yahoo at its later stages in 2003 for information regarding tracking of individuals. It was the very first search engine to track IP addresses and where they went. So that was Big Brother.
This is the start of your data collection services.
It was. Alta Vista was the number one item on that.
Yeah.
So that is your story in This Week in Technology.
Cool. Is
All
there
right.
any more?
Was that? Is
that it?
That is. I think we're pretty much running out of time here, David. How are we doing on time? David just says 2. All right. So we have.
I think he just said peace. He was like
say
peace. Yeah, peace.
So last thing to talk about, since you wanted to go right into didn't quite finish the stories you didn't know. All right, we're going to go talk about TikTok is opening 300 restaurants to deliver some of the most viral food trends like feta pasta and corn ribs across the U.S.
Yeah, that's an interesting piece to bring in after the TikTok scare.
Okay, I know, but I'm just saying, for diehard foodies who love scrolling through cooking videos on social media, TikTok is serving up a new ghost kitchen restaurant-based concept on its most viral food hits. The video sharing platform announced Friday that it's partnering with Virtual Dining Concepts to launch a delivery-based service chain starting in March of 2022, titled TikTok Kitchens. The venture is intended to bring TikTok famous foods to its fans rather than serve as an official push into restaurant business. It will change each quarter to adapt to the newest trends on the platform itself.
Sounds like fun.
Well, so do you watch TikTok?
No, I don't watch TikTok.
So if you watch TikTok, they have all these food things. So now if I'm craving to have this pasta ribs or this potato, something that someone's doing,
I could go in my kitchen and make TikTok stuff.
Well,
with ketchup and...
Well, you couldn't because there's only going to be 1,000 restaurants at select locations that will be able to provide these services.
I can't wait.
Okay. All right.
TikTok.
Well, we enjoy you guys so much for joining Agor, our Tech Time Agor. Our Tech Time Radio program. I'm Nathan Mumm. We're excited to see you guys next week in our special Best of 2021. I'm so glad that you joined us for 2 hours. Hopefully you learned something and had a technology that made you go, I'm Nathan Mumm. We got Micro Day here. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us on Tech Time Radio. We hope that you had a chance to have that moment in technology today. We also have a few other ways to stay connected, including subscribing to our podcast on any podcast service from Apple to Google and everything in between. And also signing up on our YouTube page, where you get to see us live in video. Yep, you can see us chat and have some fun. It's youtube.com/techtimeradio, all one word. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did making it for you. From all of us at Tech Time Radio, remember, Mum's the word. Have a safe and fantastic week.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host,